Welcome to the Normalize plugin overview tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll go over what the Normalize plugin does and how to use it. The Pro Tools Normalize plugin is an Audio Suite plugin only and can be found under the Audio Suite menu in the Other category. Just select it from the list to open it and reveal its user interface. Before we get into how to use the plugin, let's first talk about what normalizing is. Normalizing is a process that raises the highest point of volume in your audio region to a specified level, while raising the rest of the audio signal in the region by the same amount. This process is great to use when you have, say, an audio region containing a perfect performance, but is just too low. This process can also be used to maximize a stereo mix, ensuring that you have brought the mix's loudest point to the highest level without clipping. Okay, now let's go over how to use the Normalize plugin. To use the plugin, we must first select some audio to normalize. Here we have an audio region that has a great performance, but is just a little too low in volume. We could always raise the volume fader for this track, but it's better to maximize the audio region's level first. Let's listen to how the region sounds before normalizing it. Okay, again, the content is good, but the level is just too low. Let's fix that now. With the region selected, we need to set our desired new level for the audio region. By default, the Normalize plugin is set to 100% or 0 dB with the RMS peak toggle switch set to peak. These settings will produce an audio region that's as loud as you can get without clipping. You could just leave it set to 100%, but we find that in most cases, it's best to leave a little headroom for the signal, so we suggest choosing something like 98.7%. This in turn will raise the loudest point of the selected audio region to 1/10 of a dB away from the loudest possible point before clipping, and then raise the rest of the audio content in the track by the same amount. Let's look at another example. Let's say your region's highest volume point was a peak at about 90%, and you then normalized the region to a level of 100%. The result would raise the volume of the entire region by 10%. Okay, let's now continue. If you plan on altering the audio region even more after normalizing, with say an EQ or other effect, it would be a good idea to leave a little more headroom in the region. About 70% or minus 3.0 dB should do. On the other hand, if you're done altering your audio region and know that it won't be changed again by other effects, etc., you could set the level to 100% or 0 dB. This will take your region to its loudest possible point without clipping. So going back to our situation, we think we may add effects or plugins again later, so let's choose the minus 3 dB setting. Once set, we just press the Process button, and away it goes. Now the Normalize plugin has brought the overall level of the sax performance up to 3 dBs before clipping. Let's see how it sounds now. Wow, that's much better. The region's level is now much more usable and will produce better results when affecting it again later with more plugins. Also, its level will be much easier to manage during the mixing process. Well, that's it. Now you know how to normalize your audio regions for maximum results in different situations. This concludes the Normalize plugin overview tutorial.